its own appearance. She was a handsome woman, of around 36, her hair a rich auburn, plaited neatly and pinned up under a snowy lace cap. Her linen gown was ironed to immaculate pleats, her woolen overdress fastened with twin brooches of patterned silver, polished to a moon-bright shine. She bore the accoutrements of a good housewife, knife, scissors, and keys hanging from a chain. Margaret was capable. Some found her intimidating. She had never remarried after her husband died in the very first year of Norse settlement here in the Light Isles, before Thorvald was born. Cray did not find her aunt frightening. There was a bond between them. Cray might not be skilled in the arts of a priestess, as her sister Eanna was. She might not be beautiful in the style of the island girls, slender, dark, and graceful. But she had other abilities. Young as she was, Cray had the best hands for midwifery in Rosie, and had advanced quickly from assisting the island expert to taking a full share of responsibility. The women valued Cray's deft touch and cool head. These made her youth irrelevant. The same clever hands gave her a talent for spinning, weaving, and embroidery. Margaret valued that talent, and over the years she had taken pleasure in fostering this buxom, fair-haired niece's skills. "If Thorvald never comes round to marry me," Cray told herself sourly, "some other man surely will, just so we can see his wife's the best weaver in Rosie." It wasn't as if nobody was interested. Cray was never short of partners for dancing. Sam had made her a whalebone comb with sea creatures carved on it. Egil had composed a poem for her and recited it, blushing. Brood had kissed her behind the cowshed when nobody was looking. The problem was she didn't want sweet-natured Sam or scholarly Egil or handsome Brood with his merry blue eyes. She only wanted Thorvald. Thorvald had eyes dark as night and smooth auburn hair like his mother's. Cray loved his cleverness, his wit, the way he could always surprise her. She loved his moments of kindness, rare as they were. She wished sometimes that he were a little less aloof. She'd heard other girls call him arrogant, and she didn't like that. He did keep himself to himself. She was lucky to be one of those he considered a friend. Cray sighed. Thorvald was taking a long time to realize she could be more than just a friend to him. At 16, she was a woman and ready to be married. More than ready, she thought sometimes. If Thorvald didn't wake up to himself soon, her father would start suggesting likely husbands for her, and what could she say then? As her mother's daughter, she must wed and bear children. It could not be long before Eyvind began to apply subtle pressure. "Cray?" "Oh, sorry." She'd been daydreaming again. "Are you all right, Aunt Margaret?" "Well enough." The words belied the red eyes, the tight mouth. "Go on then, if Nessa's expecting you home. This can wait for tomorrow. The design's coming out well, Cray. You're quite an artist." Cray blushed. "Thank you, Aunt." She paused. "Aunt Margaret." Margaret raised a hand. It was a gesture that said plainly, no questions. Whatever it was that had sent Thorvald out of the house like a man pursued by dark dreams, it was not going to be shared just yet. "Cray," said Margaret as her niece hovered in the doorway, small bundle of belongings in hand. "Don't go after Thorvald. Not today. Believe me, he's best left alone a while. But if he wants to tell you, he'll tell you in his own time. Now off home with you. Your father's been away a long while. I expect he'd enjoy some of his daughter's fine cooking. Perhaps your roasted mutton and garlic, or the baked cod with leek sauce. Off with you now." The tone was light, kept carefully so, Cray thought. It was her aunt's eyes that gave her away. Thorvald's had held the same shadow. Sometimes Cray did as she was told, and sometimes she didn't. Thorvald was sitting on the ground, his back to a low stone dike overlooking the western sea. He had his head in his hands, his face concealed. His sleek red hair had escaped its neat ribbon, and the wind whipped the strands like dark fire in the air around his head. He was very still. Behind him, in the walled field, sheep bleated and lambs answered.